Hello, my loves. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I feel pretty today. Not only do I feel pretty today, but I'm playing with new toys, and that's always amazing. That will put me in a good mood quicker than just about anything. Presents, new things of any kind, they're kind of my favorite thing in the whole world. Yes, I ordered a ton of stuff from Moira Cosmetics when they had their anniversary sale going on. Not last week, but the week before. I spent way too much money, first of all. But I sat down today and I finally played. They came in today. So I got all my stuff done. And then I sat down and I played with a couple of my new palettes. My son actually picked the colors. He likes to do this thing where he blindfolds himself and picks shades from palettes. It makes him happy. And he likes to try to like do me over and be like, oh, I'm gonna pick colors that mom can't put together. Well, today he actually picked colors that are really, really cute together, and I'm really loving the eye look that I came up with. This is what she looks like. Just a really soft, fun, flirty kind of eye look. Still, soft and kind of blown out, but colorful and fun at the same time. One of my favorite eye looks, like, in general. So, super happy about it. I used the Moira Wild in Colors palette from the Exotic series. First of all, packaging is A1. So beautiful. Beautiful cardboard packaging. Excuse my nails. I'm gonna do them as soon as I get done filming. Y'all can tell I'm a lefty. I wash dishes and all kinds of stuff, and the nail polish just kind of falls off. It's okay though. Beautiful, beautiful packaging. I love it so much. You open it up, and this is what the color story looks like. So beautiful. This one does have two pressed glitters. Not the biggest fan of those, but for pressed glitters, they're really, really nice. These shadows, though, are so beautiful. They are so velvety to the touch and smooth and finely milled, and they blend so ridiculously easy. They're so easy to work with. They're a dream to work with, really, and they're so beautiful on the eye. I used these two colors out of this palette, so I used the blue and the green. This is called Pride and Stay With Me. So Pride and Stay With Me, really beautiful colors. And then I used the Moira Kiwi Be Friends palette. This is from the Juicy series. So beautiful. Again, I just love the packaging. Matches my nails. So, so cute. Just makes you smile to look at it. They're sturdy. They're well made. They're nice and heavy. Really, really beautiful palette. And I used this shade right here, this really beautiful kind of dreamy smoky blue dove gray color. Really, really beautiful. And then I also used what else did I use? I think that's about it. I did use a couple colors from this Revolution palette as well. This is the Revolution Forever Flawless We Are Love palette. I really love this palette, but I used this silver a little bit on my inner corner, and I used this kind of pink shimmer on like to highlight, and then I used it on my brow bone just a bit. I also used this really light purple color just on the inner part of my lid, just to bring a little bit more color to the situation. I've been trying to use more than one palette at a time. I feel like some of my babies are being very much neglected, because I do have my favorites. This Revolution palette is one of my favorites for sure. But these Moiras, I can tell, are going to be pretty far up there in the rankings. There's just such beautiful shadows to work with. I want to talk to you a little bit about what I have on my face real quick before we jump into the eye. I do have a little bit of powder on my face. I feel like my face has just been really, really shiny lately, so I don't have any foundation or anything on. I do have a tiny bit of concealer on underneath my eyes. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach. I just did a couple dots underneath each eye and then a little bit across my nose, just to kind of dull any redness that I have going on. And then over top of that, I used the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Loose Powder. This is in the shade Medium Beige. It's not a super tinted powder, and it pretty much matches me right now. It's really drying on me most of the time, but I feel like my skin has been just a little bit more oily here recently. It's probably just because I'm so hot all the time. That's why I'm so red. I'm just so hot all the time. So I did put a little bit of this on. What's really awesome about this is it comes with this little puff that you just kind of stamp the powder on. I just kind of stamped the powder on all over my face, and then I used a big fluffy brush, a big fluffy powder brush, just to kind of even everything out and get it everywhere it needed to be. Then I went in with my Physicians Formula Butter Glow Face Palette. Really, really beautiful face palette. I love this one so much. I used a little bit of the blush. I just kind of focused it around here and brought it up around my temple just a little bit. Did that on both sides. I did just a little bit on my nose. I used this bronzer shade, just kind of put it around my hairline, a little bit on my cheekbones, just to kind of give my face a little bit of shape. And then of course I used the highlighter around my eye, on my high points. I did a little bit on my nose and just a tiny touch on my chin. I'm really happy with the way my face looks right now. You don't always need a very heavy foundation to get your skin to where you want it to be. Sometimes just a light dusting of powder to dull too much shine, and you know, a little highlight is all you need. I'm really kind of feeling it. I really wanted to keep my face nice and fresh because I wanted the eye to really speak for itself. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the eye. I already have my eyeshadow primer on. I used my Believe Beauty for my eyeshadow primer today. I have been jumping back and forth between the Believe Beauty and then my NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. I really like that one as well. That blends super, super easy. I feel like it's really beautiful eyeshadow primer. It is quite expensive though, especially for a drugstore product. So I'm just going to switch back and forth because I don't feel quite so guilty using the Believe one. It's a bit cheaper. So I'm going to use the Kiwi Befriends palette first. Really, really beautiful palette. I'm going to jump into this shade called Good Times right here. This really beautiful kind of blue, gray, dove gray color. So, so gorgeous. I'm going to use this as a transition shade. To put that on, I'm going to use my Do Color 01. It's just a gigantic, big fluffy brush. I'm just going to dip into here. Get a good coating. Get a good coating on my brush. And I'm going to bring that all over my transition area. I'm going to stamp it to place my product first. And then just using my windshield wiper motions, just kind of fluff it out a bit. Bring it all the way to my inner corner, up onto the side of my nose just a bit. Not taking it too far. I don't want this to be like a really like in your face look. I just want it to be really soft and feminine and colorful. So now I'm using just small buffing motions. Just buff and fluff the color out. This is a really beautiful shade, and it's so pigmented. Like the pigment just goes right on your eye. It blends like, oh, I've never had any problems with this brand. They had the most fantastic sale going on. These palettes usually run for $18 or $19, very close to $20. I don't often spend that much money on an eyeshadow palette, but they went on sale for the anniversary and they were $5 a piece. Y'all, I am not lying to you when I tell you I spent entirely too much money. I spent entirely too much money. I don't regret it though. I bought enough new eyeshadow palettes to last me for a good long while. I placed 2 orders. My next video that I upload will actually be an unboxing. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be so much fun. I have not filmed it yet. I actually am doing my makeup to get ready to shoot the next video. So I'll have played with a couple of the palettes. And I know that's technically cheating, but I just couldn't help myself. I could not help myself. I had to jump in and I had to play. So the next color I'm going to go into is this really beautiful kind of like teal shade. This is called Stay With Me. It's very, very green based, but it's got like a blue undertone to it. It's very, very beautiful. I'm gonna use this in my crease, so I'm gonna go a bit gentle with it. These shadows are so pigmented that you really don't need a much. So what I'm gonna do is just gently twice tap my brush into there, and I don't know if you can see, but I have a good amount of product on my brush. These shadows are extremely soft, as most highly pigmented shadows are, and I'm just going to take this on my e.l.f. This is just my e.l.f. crease brush, just kind of a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to concentrate this in my crease. This is just going to add a little bit of depth and dimension to the eye look. I'm going to take it pretty much all the way in, so my inner corner, but really trying to focus it in my crease area. Just using back and forth motions. I will dip back into the shadow one more time, just to really intensify the pigmentation. Again, I just did 2 taps. It's quite a bit of pigmentation. It picks up a lot of product. Bring it all the way to my inner corner, just to create depth. Hi, Bubby Bear. What's wrong? My son's in the kitchen making chocolate truffles. He is experimenting with making chocolate, so like tempering chocolate. So that's what he's out there doing. How'd it turn out, baby?
I want you to come try it.
Give me just a minute and I'll be there. Look how beautiful that color is, though. So stunning. And it's blending out so easily. It takes no effort. I'm using very, very gentle pressure on my brush, just going back and forth, just kind of moving the product around. But just with those 4 taps, we got all the pigmentation that we needed. I'm gonna go back into my dew color, and just so that that dove color doesn't get lost, I'm gonna dip into it one more time and really just go over everything, just to really blend it out and make sure everything is nice and cohesive. It makes such a beautiful gradient. I really am in love with it. I love it so much. But yes, my son watched a YouTube video, or I'm not sure what it is that he watched, but he was all gung-ho about wanting to learn how to temper chocolate. So we went to the store and we got all kinds of different chips. Like we got dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and white chocolate. And he's out there making, he calls them fudge balls, but they're truffles. He's like, and like instinctively knew what to do with it. Oh, I mean, I had to tell him to put a little bit of cream in there because his chocolate kept seizing on him and stuff. But I think it's so fun because I'm a chef naturally. Like, I just love to cook, and that's what I do professionally, is I'm a chef, which is, to me, another form of artistic expression. But not only is it art, but it's art that nourishes your body. So it's a really beautiful thing, but it makes me so happy that my son shares my passion for food. So that makes me happy. So we're beautifully blended. Got a beautiful kind of gradient going on. So gorgy. Now I'm going to go into my Dew Color 06. So this is just kind of an angled fluffy brush. And we're going to go back into the Wild in Colors palette. We're going to go into that darker blue color. So Pride. This really beautiful dark blue color. Again, we're going to be very gentle dipping in to this color. I don't need a ton of it. Boop, boop. I'm just going to dip into it twice. You see how dark the pigment is, how much of the actual shadow it picked up. I am going to dust a little bit of this off, and I'm just going to start to tap it on my outer corner. You see the pigmentation on that? Is that not insane? They are the most beautiful velvety colors. I really am so in love with them. I'm also going to bring this just over the curve of my eye, like my actual eyeball. Not bringing it in too awful far and not bringing it out too much. Just really doing this for depth. And then I'm going to go back in to my e.l.f. crease brush, and I'm just going to go over everything one more time. I am going to put a little bit more right here. Just to make sure my outer V is nice and dark. I'm going to go back in with my e.l.f. brush and really just going back and forth. Just really blending that in. Hello, mister. What is that? That's beautiful. Can I eat it when I get done filming?
Yeah.
Will you take it out there? Thank you. That's beautiful, my love.
It'll get cold though.
It's okay. Truffles are good when they're cold, baby.
I'll take a bite, honey.
Is it wonderful?
It is. It was.
Please.
Y'all, we'll have to go to my Facebook page to see pictures of his beautiful truffle. He's very, very proud of them. He is not going to be proud of himself, though, until mommy tells him that it's delicious. But it looked very beautiful. He's been out there for 2 hours playing with chocolate. And, you know, I feel like it's so important to let kids experiment and really kind of find themselves when it comes to, like, artistic expression. Just going over everything and really just softening any kind of edges. Look how easily it blends. Look at that beautiful gradient. Is it not stunning? I'm so happy about it. Yeah, that's done. So beautifully blended. Now we're going to go into the Revolution palette. I'm going to go into that really beautiful kind of pastel-y purple color. This is called... I don't know how to say that, but it's this color right here. But I do feel like it is so important to let kids learn how to express themselves, whether it be through food, art, any kind of thing. And, you know, kids go through a lot of stress. Like, kids have a lot to handle. This is my Do Color 08. It's just a flat packing brush. I'm going to dip into this really beautiful purple color here and just start packing this on my eyelid. Kids actually handle a lot of stress. My son started middle school this year. So he's having to deal with, you know, being in a new school and making new friends. And last year was, like, difficult because it was so hard for them to retain any of the information because they were in and out of school and this and that and, you know, wearing their masks and everybody, like, everything being so different and so new. It was a really, really difficult situation for our babies to be in last year. So now this year, it's much more regimented. It's very close to a regular school year. And they're having to play catch up, basically, because last year, last year they didn't really learn anything. It was basically just about surviving and trying to hold on to that tiny piece of normalcy. So this year it's like jumping in. It's like having a bucket of cold water splashed on him. Like, he's just, so it's a stress relief. Like, for me, coming here and sitting on my, sitting at my desk and doing my makeup and talking to you guys, it's a form of release for me. It's I get to artistically express myself through makeup and talk to you guys, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I love it so, so much. But my kid doesn't do that, you know? So, and it's not going to kill me to buy a couple bags of chocolate chips and some heavy cream and just let him, as long as he doesn't burn my house down. As long as he doesn't burn my house down, we're okay. So I just packed that really pretty purple color all over my lid and really blended it in with the blue, so it looks like we've got this beautiful kind of gradient going on our lid. Really, really beautiful. Now I'm just using the same brush. I'm going to wipe it off just a little bit on my towel sitting here, and then I'm going to go into this beautiful silver color. This is called Gawil. I don't know how to say that, but it is this beautiful silver color. And I'm just going to put this on the inner portion of my eye. Not going to go heavy on it. I really just want it for the sparkle. I really just kind of want it to catch the light a bit and really bring your eye. Really, really beautiful. Just kind of frost things over just a tiny bit. I'm going to go into this really beautiful pink shimmer now. This one right here. I'm going to put this on my inner corner and up by my brow bone. This is a really beautiful, very shiny, frosty shade. I'm going to bring that out onto my lower lash line a little bit as well. Just really kind of brighten up my inner corner. Do a little bit right under the arch of my brow as well. We don't want to over highlight, but I do want to kind of catch the light and tie in that pink just a little bit. Really, really beautiful. We'll move on to the lower lash line now. For the lower lash line, we're going to go back into the Kiwi Be Friends palette. We're going to go back into that beautiful dove gray color. Good Times right here. I'm going to use my Moira pencil brush. Any small detail brush you have will work perfectly. I'm just going to kind of dip into here, and I'm going to pack it on first. Just kind of tap it on. It's a very light color, so it does need just a little bit of help to show up on my lower lash line, just especially because I don't have like foundation or anything on, so it doesn't have a ton to stick to. I did put a tiny bit of eyeshadow primer down here, but then I put powder on my face, so it's not quite as sticky as it could be, but just softly kind of fan it out down here. Don't want like a super bold lash line. We just want a little bit of color down there. Now I'm going to move into my e.l.f. This is my e.l.f. small angled brush. And then I'm going to go back into the Moira Wild in Color. I'm going to go back into that really beautiful kind of like teal green color. And we're going to keep this right on our lash line, kind of like an eyeliner. I'm going to start at my outer corner. Really tucking it into my crease and kind of connecting it to the darker color. And just doing little bits at a time on my brush. Bring it all the way into my inner corner. Really, really beautiful. So pretty. It just rounds the whole look out and just gives you this beautiful kind of, oh, I love it so, so much. Now for eyeliner, I'm going to do, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a little bit of a bright pop of blue on my upper lash line on this one. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. This is the Revolution eyeliner. This is, these are the pastel eyeliners. They're really, really nice. This is in the shade, oh, I'm so blind. Okay, so this is Sky Blue. Just a really beautiful kind of pastel blue liner. I'm not going to do like a big, thick, dramatic line. I just want that little bit of brightness, that little pop of color. It just brings a brightness to the look. Like, it's not like super look at me, but it does add just such a nice pop of color. It is so, so pretty. I really, really enjoy it, and it's not the same without the blue liner. I'm going to go ahead and go into my eyeliner now. For my lower waterline, I'm going to use this NYX Epic Wear Liner. This is in the shade Intense Teal. It's really kind of perfect for the look. I'm just going to take this in my bottom waterline. It is almost exactly the same shade as the eyeshadow that we put down there, but maybe a tad bit brighter and more intense. I'm not going to do any kind of dark liner on my upper lash line. I know I usually do. I usually put black or brown up there, but I'm just going to leave it nice and soft. I'm not going to do big, bold lashes either. I'm not going to do anything to my lower lash line. There will be some transfer that happens from the upper lashes to the lower ones, but that's okay. I'm just going to let that happen. I'm just going to put a nice coat of my NYX Lash Primer on. I'm not going to do like a big, full, intense coat. Just enough to give me just a little bit more length and volume. And then I'm going to go in, while that's setting, I'll talk to you about what I have on my lips. I am so in love with it. It's so, so pretty. So for lip liner today, I used the NYX Professional Makeup Matte Lip Liner. This is in the shade STFU, I believe. Yeah, STFU. Just a really beautiful kind of purple lip liner. Really, really pretty. And then over top of that, I used my dollar AOA Studios. This is the Wonder Metals liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Candy. It's the most beautiful purpley pink frosty. Oh, I love it so, so much. I have to get a couple more of these. I'm scared to death they're going to discontinue it and I'll run out of it. I've never found another lip color quite like this one. It's so beautiful and so frosty, very 90s, but the 90s is coming back. So I put this over there, over top of the lip liner. Really just kind of, the lip liner just kind of like blends into it and just defines my lips just enough. And then that lipstick just gives me the big frosty pink goodness that I love so, so very much. I am going to go over top of this with a lip gloss. I'm gonna use probably another AOA Studios lip gloss. No, let's use this LA Color one. This is the LA Colors Holographic Iridescent lip gloss. This is in the shade Sugared. It's just a glittery pink lip gloss. I believe this was $1, maybe $1.50 at my local Dollar General. It tastes like vanilla. I don't know. It tastes wonderful. I think it's vanilla or brown sugar. One of the two. Tastes very sweet, smells very sweet. It's very comfortable on the lips. It's not sticky or stringy at all. Really, really comfortable. Gives you a beautiful kind of shine and glow to your lips. It's really, really pretty. This is a very 90s look, very frosty, very soft, very feminine, but I am totally feeling it. I'm going to go over top of it with my, let's do my Maybelline Sky High. Where did I put it? Because I'm forever moving things and forgetting where I put them. Let's go in with my, Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High. This is just, this is in the shade. It's just black, guys. Blackest black. We all know this one. I'm just gonna do if I don't poke myself in the eye, I'm just gonna do a really light coat of mascara. Again, I don't want too much intensity. I want to keep everything nice and soft. I have my hair up in a bun, just really soft and kind of effortless, to really let my face speak for itself. That is our look for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday, and I will probably see you tomorrow. I hope I see you tomorrow. And have a great night, guys. I love y'all so, so much. As always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. Just me sitting in front of my camera doing my makeup. Hoping you guys are enjoying it. I will post finished pics over on my Facebook if you want to go check that out. Makeup for the Everyday Mama. I will have the link in the description box. And yeah, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.